Hi guys, and welcome back to Homestead. And today we're just going to do a little homestead update and the little chores on the farm. So let's go. Here's our Cornish cross. We only lost one, so out of 25 we still have 24, and they are all healthy and getting big. One of the awesome things I think are with these guys is with a normal laying hen, anytime you put your hand in here, they run away from you. But with these guys, if you put your hand in there, they will run towards you. And you just pick them up. And they're so big. Like, you can tell that their bellies, their chests are just so much bigger. A lot of times when I come in here, they're just kind of laying down. I just fed them, so they're really lively right now. All right. Good morning, ladies. They're settling in okay after their ordeal yesterday. Huh. Let's get you some food. Tummy. Tummy. Huh? Okay. That's a you're thirsty talk, huh? Presents. This right here is Uncle Waldo. And this is Chap. And this is Aaron. Okay. I see. You're all out of water, huh? This right here is one of our last remaining blue lace red Wyandottes. This is the silver lace Wyandotte. This is my older silver lace. That's my one last Welsomer remaining. This is my old Americana hen. We got one red, Rhode Island red. And then here's my beautiful silver Americana right here. Although that one is one of the most aggressive ones, unfortunately. Huh. Hi. Hi, beautiful girl. So another chore I got to do today is get some of this grass down. I got a new weed eater that I'm excited about. That's lightweight for me. We have a heavy duty one that also does brush cutting, but it's way too heavy. Only my husband can do it. And I'm going to show you the update of our garden. So if there's one thing I can grow, it's potatoes. Look at these. These are waist high. These are the potatoes we planted here a couple months ago. I did a video on that. Check it out. And I just do container barrels here. And they are jamming. Already starting to flower. We got a little while till we can harvest them, but they are just full. These two I actually planted later. These three back here I planted first, but this one already caught right up to our first batch. We did the experiment of our lettuce and kale and carrots, but I think it was just too late in the season. It got too hot. They didn't get what they wanted, so I'm not going to get much out of this. Probably just chicken food. And then same thing with our kale. Not going to get a whole lot. It's getting too hot for them. Carrots, only going to get a couple of them. So what we're going to do is hopefully focus those on our winter crops and try to hit those heavily. So here we go. So this right here is one of our spaghetti squash. Right here, it is just going crazy. This is our other spaghetti squash. We already got some flowers coming on in there. These two are our pumpkins. Look how big they are. And we got a lot of little starts in there. It's our other pumpkin. This is our one butternut squash. And we see a little tiny bit coming in there. There's some more right there. And then something I accidentally did, I planted this row first, and I had here some tomato plants, and this row second. And this one, I just did bark to cover it, and this one I did the pine shavings with the chicken manure. And look at the difference between these tomatoes, thick stem, flowers, lush leaves, and these little tiny dinky stalks, hardly any leaves. I couldn't believe it. I'm not sure if we can even save these ones. I'm going to try to amend them and put some of the chicken poop pine shavings on, but it's just noticeable. Look how little that one is, how big this one is. And the only difference, and these ones are actually older. These ones I planted later. The only difference is I covered these ones with chicken manure bark. And then here we got our cucumber tower going. It's starting to catch and go up the tower here. We do have a couple little flowers starting. Oh, my shadow's in the way. Bell peppers here, which I think are a lost cause. They literally have not grown at all since I planted them in there. We do have one little tiny flower, but I can't imagine them actually coming to fruition because they're so small. This is our cauliflower. Don't see any heads yet on it, and it actually looks pretty sad. And this is our broccoli, which also looks pretty sad, but look, got a little tiny broccoli head there. This row again, it's failing. This is our watermelon right here, didn't grow. Cucumber right here, not really. This is our one zucchini, and we do have a flower, but you can see how little this leaves are compared to those other squashes. And then right here we got our one cherry tomato in a pot, again struggling, not doing too well, and I covered it with bark. So I'm not going to do bark mulch again. Got to get that chicken compost going. And these are transplants from my grandma's garden, some raspberries. And look, we actually have some raspberries. I did not think we were going to get any. They were looking pretty sad, but look, I already got raspberries coming up from where I planted. So I think these big stalks are probably going to end up dying off, but something's coming up underneath. So I'm pretty excited about that. And here we got our apple trees that we planted this year. Now we had a mama and a baby deer come through, and they had actually eaten off all the leaves and the tops. You can see they're kind of here, but it already started coming back after they left us alone. I covered them for a little bit, and I think the deer went off. There's the other one. Again, this was eaten to the nub, but look, came right back. A couple years, we're looking at some apples. And then here's my really sad pea little field here. I got some peas and some bush beans. They look so sad. The problem with this part of the garden though is we don't have a water source, so I'm having to carry some water, and when I'm on my 48-hour rotation, my son takes care of the plants and he forgets about these ones. So we also have some corn that I just planted, so I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, we tried. We're gonna try. You know, the plants don't read the book, so maybe they'll come up and decide to flourish. And last but not least, these are our 50-year-old blueberry bushes, and this year I have never seen so many blueberries. Now if I can just keep the little birdies from eating them all, then we'll have quite the harvest. That's just one bush. We have about 6 bushes here. So here pretty soon we're gonna have blueberries coming out our ears. Alright, let's see if we can knock some of this grass down. Positives and negatives about an electric weed eater is that the battery dies really quick. And also, my grass was so tall that it was even laying down in spots. So I got some of it here and at least cleaned up some of the yard. So I'm going to now rake up all this grass clippings and give it to the chickens and turkeys because they're not getting much fresh grass because of being in chicken jail this year. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and we hope that you continue to follow us on our journey. Bye!